We're going to be building a screen box today, and the screen box is designed to allow your roots to cure or dry out so that they're prepared for long-term storage. Have you ever been in a position where you've spent all this time growing some roots, maybe it's carrots or onions or potatoes, and you've got this whole meal plan set up for the week because it's harvest season, right? And you're gonna do all of your meals wrapped around these root vegetables that you work so hard to grow. So you pull them out, maybe you'll wash them off, and then you stick them in a basket, or maybe you don't wash them off, maybe you just stick them in a basket, or you stick them in the pantry and close the door, and don't think about it. And then you go in there and they stink because they're rotten, and that sucks. I'm gonna build something that will help prevent that for us here at the homestead, and hopefully you as well. Materials for this project, we're going to need screen, preferably the stainless window screen, because that's going to give us the strength that we need. We're going to use 1x4 pine boards. We're also going to need a staple gun. We're going to need a saw and a pencil, to mark your stuff. And I think that's probably it. It should be pretty simple. Oh, we're going to need some nails. We're going to use a nail gun, just a finished nail gun. I'm also going to use some glue for some added strength. We are building our boxes to fit a shelf that's about 46 inches long by about 15 inches wide. Just build your boxes to fit your space. We're going to go ahead and cut these pine boards first, and I'm going to cut the long sides and just assembly line all this, and then I'll use the scrap to cut our short sides. So once I have all my pieces cut, I'm going to go ahead and glue the short sides, and then I'm going to join those in a 90-degree. Once we have cut all of our joints and we've glued them together, we're going to secure them with those finished nails. The finished nails are really just to keep them in place. The glue is going to be our strength. We're going to let that glue dry because when we get ready to add our screen, the way in which we do that could tweak our joints if the glue was still wet, and we wouldn't have a nice 90-degree angle for all of our corners. Oh, there's a Cessna 172. Can you hear it? That must be Pop-Pop flying over. I'm joking, that was a 747. Now that our glue is dry, we're going to take these boxes outside and stretch our screen. As we get ready to stretch our screen, we're going to be very careful to avoid the presents that our dogs gave us in the yard. Not only will these presents that my dogs left me hurt the final product of our build, but it also greatly reduces your traction, which could be a safety hazard. We're going to stretch this screen, and we're going to start in one of the corners and then stretch it along the short side. Once we've stretched it along the short side, we'll stretch it down one of the long sides. And then we're going to try to take all the slack out of that screen, and we're going to go down kind of catty corner on both sides until you get to your final corner. And it should be a nice bouncy screen so that you know that when you lay your root vegetables on there, they're not going to sag to the point of contact with the box below. As you can see, I'm going staple crazy here, and that's just to ensure that the screen doesn't rip. As you're watching me go staple crazy, you're probably thinking, Gabe, is there a better material for this? Why use all the staples? Well, there's two reasons we chose to go with screen. One, stainless steel screen is going to be more food grade, right? A lot of times fencing has that zinc coating on it, and I just don't really like the idea of zinc powder on my food. The screens will allow us to have an insect-proof, or at least a highly resistant insect barrier, without sacrificing that airflow. Now they're ready to go in the garage and start the curing process. We're going to let these dry for a couple weeks before we do any sort of braiding. If you're worried about the humidity, you can always use a box fan or something to help circulate air and get those roots drying. I don't know if you can see this, but there's some blonde heads bobbing up and down in the vegetation back there. They're on a time-honored tradition here at the homestead, and that is a bullfrog hunt. Many of frog legs have been eaten here. And if you want to continue to support the time-honored tradition of bullfrog hunting here at the Grateful Ambition Homestead, please consider subscribing, and please check out this next video.